Welcome back to Psychology Demystified with me, Dr. Karen. Today I'll be doing a question and answer session, specifically one question. I had originally planned to answer a different question, which I'll do next time. Okay, next time. Well, I'll figure out when. But this one I thought I should answer first because I figured a lot of you might want the answers to this question. So here's a question. How can I figure out whether my significant other cares about me or actually loves me, because I keep getting mixed messages and it's driving me nuts? Yes, it was in caps, so it's driving her nuts. So I'm going to try and answer that question in 10, 9, 8. Now, love is a hard thing to explain. I know there are many things that are internal or that you see as an action and you know that someone loves you. But there are external things that you can observe. And instead of it coming from me, I'm going to choose someone who's actually written a book about it. So John Gottman has this approach called a behavioral approach. And he believes that you can actually test the outward signs of your relationship. That doesn't mean that you go looking for stuff. But if you're having any issues and any doubts, maybe you can see if this outward test works for you. He says that, of course, love comes from inside a person. But there are things that you can observe. There are observable actions that can tell you whether someone actually does love you. Let's find out what they are. Number 1, wanting to spend time with you. For me, this is a huge one. I don't usually give my opinion, but for this one, I think this is massive. Someone who wants to spend their time with you, wants to invest in your relationship, cares about you deeply. Yes, all of us have work, all of us have family, all of us have deadlines, all of us have crazy schedules and things that we need to do. But if we really want to be with someone, if we really want to show them that we care, we'll use whatever time we have left to spend alone time with them. If someone's taking the time to spend alone time with you, that's a keeper. If they're not, and you seem like an option that comes after a long day and, oh yeah, I need to call so-and-so because they exist. Question mark. He's taken the time to know things about you. He knows about your family, your background, your likes, your dislikes, your favorite food, your favorite color, your favorite movie. He's taken time to get to know you. She's also taken time to do the same. So this is both. It has to be a mutual thing. It's not about one person knowing more about the other. And it's not a competition either. But if someone's taken time to get to know who you are and what your background is, that's a sign that they're interested in who you are as a person and that there is more than just a temporary interest in you. It's more of an interest that goes beyond just face value. They want to know the deeper you, what makes you tick. He wants you to be a part of his future plans, which means, does he make references to events that are coming up and include you in them? Does he invite you to family get-togethers? And I don't mean really soon. You don't have to be dying to meet someone's family within the first few weeks. But is there a sign that he's thinking of the future? Are you invited for things in advance and not as a last-minute thing? Does he sometimes joke about what your kids are going to look like? Maybe this is someone who's really thinking long-term. That doesn't mean you go shopping for wedding dresses. Please don't do that. If he's into you and he wants to see you in his future, even if it's just next week, then cherish that and run with it. And that's a sign that he's aiming to spend more time with you. That goes back to number 1, time, spending time with you. You are and you feel like his priority. Do you feel like the most important person in his life? If you feel like it and you see it, then you are. He learns about the things that makes you happy and he makes an effort to do them. And she also does the same, which means if he likes to have his head rubbed, then you learn that and you do that. If she likes to have her feet rubbed at the end of the day, you learn that and you do that. It's always the little things. Taking dance lessons together, going to a garden, doing long drives, if that's what she likes or he likes. Just pretty much being happy that someone else is happy is a sign that you are willing to go all out for them. Appreciating that you miss each other. Does he show you that he misses you? Does she show you that she misses you? And I don't mean obsessive love where you're constantly thinking about someone all the time and you're texting them every 5 minutes, because that one's different. That's kind of obsessive kind of love, and that one will require a whole different episode and some sessions with me. But on the healthy side, I mean texting each other, even if it's something silly that reminds you of someone during the day, that shows that they are missing you and want to reach out. So if there's a way that they're trying to reach out to you, at least during the day, then that's a healthy sign that you're on their mind. So you'll know from the texts. Because remember, I'm talking about the little obvious ones. So yeah, that's one of them. Does he or does she go out of their way to just go out of their way for you? For example, dropping you off somewhere where they don't really want to be, taking you to an event that they are not too keen about, just trying to make sure that you're safe. And do they do something that's not the norm for them, just for you? So pretty much going out of their way. So if someone goes out of their way for you and you'll know what that looks like, then check. When you need him, he's there. And I'm not talking about money. I mean that he's there. He just drops everything and comes almost running to check on you and make sure everything's okay. That's a huge sign. So he doesn't drag his feet. He doesn't complain. He doesn't ask you questions. It's just that I'm there. Let's fix this. Let's figure it out. Let me solve this for you. He's just there. I have totally lost count of where I was. But another one is he pays attention to you. You can't expect him to remember everything about you, and if he does, whoa. But he remembers virtually everything about you. It's not because he has a great memory, it's just because he cares enough to focus on you. And that's something that you will notice. Yeah, you're just not an afterthought. He gets really thoughtful gifts. Even if he doesn't give the best gifts in the world, at least you can tell that he made an effort, because he'll go out of your way to actually give you something that's so thoughtful that you receive it and you didn't even know you needed it. And it's possibly the right color or the right brand or the right anything. So if he's done that, then that means that he's into you. When something is wrong, he knows. So just admit to it. Say that there's something wrong. If he bothers to ask, it means that he knows you well enough to know that something's wrong. So if there's something wrong, he knows it. And that means that he's observant, because he's getting to know you. He at least tries to give the things that you enjoy a chance. Some of us have put our men through things like The Bachelor or WAGs or something. And if you've put your man through it and he's lasted through at least an episode, that's a big sign that he likes you a lot, because their attention span for those kinds of things is not the best. Now, of course, there are those men who will take it and roll with it and then start watching it when you're not there. But the fact that he watched it even when he wasn't really interested in the first place, and watched it because you wanted to, is something to be given credit for. If he leans on you for support, if he tells you when he's had a really crappy day, that means that he's into you, because men don't open up very easily. So if he leans on you for support in some way, be very supportive and thrive in the fact that he trusts you enough to show you that side of him. So that's your part. Do that for him. If he supports your dreams and shows you that he's going to be there when you're trying to achieve them, then it's a huge sign of future thought. When you argue, he doesn't hold a grudge. And I'm hoping that you don't either. Now, I may be generalizing, but women tend to hold grudges a lot longer than men do. So if he doesn't hold a grudge, and you know that you might fight, and you know it won't be easy, but he puts in the effort to fix things, and hopefully you do too, then that's big. As someone who starts keeping tabs of all the things that they've done and all the arguments you've had and all of that is a red flag. So that's another thing, I guess, to know that he is in it for the long haul. When you achieve something, he brags about you more than you expected. Sometimes it feels like he's more proud of what you have achieved than you actually are. So I know it can be embarrassing sometimes, but it's such a cherishable moment. So if he brags about you and your achievements, let him have that one and shine and smile through it. Here's one that's observable. You're sitting in a restaurant or doing something and you look up and he's staring at you. He's crazy about you. Or you're sitting across a room and you're talking to your girls and you lock eyes because he was staring at you. If you catch him staring at you and just smiling to himself, he's head over heels. Now remember, these are a few of the things that you may notice on the outside. There are many, many, many internal things that I may not have mentioned that would also determine whether he shows you the love that you're looking for. I'm hoping that you're showing him love so that you can teach him how you want to be loved. Because sometimes they learn from watching us and from what we say. If he doesn't bring home flowers and your girlfriends are always getting flowers, don't assume that he doesn't love you because he doesn't bring home flowers. He might not know that that's what you want. So tell him. Tell him. Tell him. Stop making him guess and then grading him against this secret grading scheme that he doesn't even have. So I hope that helps you to know. Remember, there are many, many, many other things that I may not have mentioned. If you think of some that I may not have mentioned, because of course there's no way on earth I can mention all. Remember, this is just an overview, a generalization of what love may look like. If there's some that you think are also important, put them down in the comments below. And yeah, let's talk about them. Let's help my subscriber out as she tries to figure out this walk of love and whether her man loves her, even though he's giving her mixed signals. Yeah, let's help each other out. Hugs and kindness always. Have a great week. Bye.